As this video is a bit long, I just want to remind you that, as most of my other contents, this video is equipped with chapters. So feel free to jump to, or skip chapters, as you prefer. Alright. We have here the new Anker SoundCore Space 1 headphones. It has a big 40mm driver with higher-res audio. SoundCore advertised this as 2 times stronger voice reduction than Life Q30s, which unfortunately I cannot confirm as I have no Q30. This is a very premium packaging which even have an embossed print here. I don't know if you can hear that. They also said that this can reduce noise up to 98% based on their own laboratory test. Space 1 is also TCO certified, which is good for the environment and such. This has an SBC, AAC, and LDAC codecs, although I think you can enable LDAC only on Android and not on Apple devices. I cannot test this as well, as I don't own a single Apple product. Space 1 is of course an active noise cancellation headphones and also features an adaptive ANC. Connectivity is through Bluetooth 5.3 or 3.5mm jack. And it has 3 microphones, 2 in the left and 1 in the right ear cups. Let's now open this. Wow. It looks really nice. I love the pastel blue color. Let's check out the rest of the box. We have a compartment here in the left. It contains a lot of paperwork. Looks like a very detailed user manual, and I'm glad it is in English. A safety or regulatory small booklet and some cards here in Chinese, which I have no idea what they are. And we have a pouch, not a hard case. But I do like that the color matches the headphones. We also have a very nice matching color auxiliary cable here for wired listening. And a normal USB-A to USB-C black cable. They should have gone all the way and also produced a pastel blue USB cable. Okay. So here's the Space 1 itself. It weighs 9.12 ounces or around 258 grams, which is nice and light. It can swivel for about 100 to 110 degrees, and it can also tilt for 8 degrees. So it can fit any type of head shapes. The headband is fully cushioned and very soft. It's not a memory foam though, but it's super nice and soft. The outside of the ear cups has a really good looking matte blue color with the reflective chrome SoundCore logo. The ear cup cushion is a true memory foam. Look at this. When I press on it, see how slow it goes back to its natural form. Although the whole body is plastic, this right here makes it feel like a high-end premium headphone. The texture of the blue leather here is smooth. With its pastel color, it feels like you're touching a powder texture here. We also have a note here inside the left ear cup which indicates that there is a wearing detection sensor here. That is one big sensor. As you can see, there is the large sensor inside the ear cup. And the texture inside the ear cup is a soft net, but you can also feel the hard electronic parts behind this fabric. Good thing this will not touch our ear. We can extend the headband for about 3 centimeters from each side. So a total of 6 centimeter extension, or roughly about 2.4 inches. Every part of this headphone feels like powdery smooth and I like it very much. In the left ear cup we have a ANC button, the LED indicator, and the power button, along with the 3.5mm jack and USB Type-C charging port. We also have microphone holes here. 2 microphones actually. In the right ear cup, we have the volume racker, along with the play-pause button control and another microphone holes. The fit of the Space 1 is good. It is very comfortable to wear. The clamping force is not hard, and since it is lightweight, I can wear this for a long time without hurting my ears of any part of my head in that vicinity. It can handle normal movements, and it will stay in place without a problem. But it is not recommended for sports activities, like running or using it in the gym, since it can easily fall out from your head when you are doing repeated sudden and shaky movements. Since Space 1 encloses your ears, it can become really hot, and I tend to sweat a lot on the ear pads. I hope the leather of the ear pads is strong enough to withstand my sweats for a long time before it breaks. I live in a tropical country though, which always have a hot weather, so this sweat problem is subjective. One annoying thing that I also discover with plastic build is the loud sound it makes when you touch the headphone, and it does not matter where you touch it, as long as you are wearing it, you will hear an amplified sound of your hands or fingers making contact to the headphone's body, coming out in the 2 ear cups. As the Space 1 can fold, it is easy to store or take it anywhere, especially when using the included pouch. Although I prefer to use a hard case, which I already ordered from Shopee to replace this pouch. Overall, the Space 1 feels sturdy, even with its pure plastic build, and the leather and foam materials feels premium. Alright. For the controls, you can basically do everything with just the physical buttons in the ear cups, and they are pretty straightforward. The volume racker will control the volume on a single press. Pressing and holding them for 2 seconds will let you move the tracks previous or next. The play pause button will let you play or pause or answer a call in a single press. Holding it for 2 seconds will let you reject a call, or in normal usage will open the voice assistant, like Siri or Google Assistant, if they are activated, otherwise it will mute or unmute the sound. The power button will turn on or off the Space One by pressing and holding it for 3 seconds. When turning it on, you can continue to press up to 5 seconds to immediately activate the Space One's pairing mode. While the dedicated ANC button will let you rotate between the ANC modes. By default it is between transparency and ANC, but in the app settings, you can add the normal mode in the mix. Button controls are tactile and accurate to use. I have no complaints on them at all, and I love that all these controls are readily available, physically, for the users. And with the companion app, aptly named SoundCore application, you can control more items and do a lot more customizations as well. Watch the video that I created that explores the SoundCore application in depth by following the link that I will pop up in the screen now, and that same link can also be found in the video description below. Okay. Connectivity on SoundCore Space One is superb. As expected due to its Bluetooth 5.3 and its SBC, AAC, and LDAC codecs. I also tried the distance of the Space One's Bluetooth signal, and I was very surprised. I left my phone on the second floor of our house, inside a room, placed on the furthest corner of the room. Then I went down, went outside the house, passed by another house, and even reached the street before the signal was interrupted. I was about 50 feet away, separated by about 3 walls and the cement slab floor. The distance of this Space One's Bluetooth connectivity is really solid. You can also connect this and use as a wired 3.5mm jack headphone if you ran out of battery, but most features, including the sound enhancements ones, will be gone, since it automatically turns off when using it on wired mode. Latency on Netflix, YouTube and other video players are good. Maybe just about 100 milliseconds, which is negligible. But it's a different story for games. I tried playing COD Mobile and Clash Royale using the Space One, and the latency is terrible. It feels like it's about a second, or maybe 1.2 seconds or so. You will really feel the unsynchronized sound with your game. Here are some tests to give you an idea. Alright. Battery life and charging time is awesome on Space One. On paper, charging time is 2 hours, and based on my experience, that is accurate and actually a humble estimate. I usually charge my Space One when it goes down to 30% and just about 1 hour, plus or minus 10 minutes, it is fully charged. When charging, the LED light in the left ear cup will turn on with red color. Once fully charged, the LED will turn off. Another great feature of the Space One is its fast charging, with 5 minutes of charging time will give you 4 hours of playing time. I have not tested this on a fully drained Space One, but based on my estimates, this is again an accurate claim. SoundCore also claims 55 hours of battery life when ANC is off and 40 hours when ANC is on. I have only used my Space One on ANC turned on, and I am reaching around 36 to 38 hours. But do note that this is not a continuous usage. I use it maybe 5 to 6 hours a day, and that 6 hours are even scattered across the day. Space One lasted 1 week before it drains out of juice. Considering that even when the Space One is turned off, a trickle of battery juice is still consumed, I think it will last more than the claimed 40 hours if you use it continuously, which is a really awesome battery life. Okay. Moving on to the microphones of the Space One, here are samples.
This is a test of the microphone of the SoundCore Space One on a semi-quiet environment. Test mic 1, 2, 3. Test mic 1, 2, 3. This is a test of the microphone of the SoundCore Space One with a simulated strictness and thinness. Test mic 1, 2, 3. Test mic 1, 2, 3.
I must say, I am really impressed with the microphone of the Space One. Actually, it should be plural, microphones, as it has 3 of them. It's not perfect, but comparing to something like my Taotronics SoundSurge 85, this is way better. On a noisy environment, it aggressively cancels out the noise, but in the process, it sometimes also cancels out the voice as well. But on the semi-quiet environment, where I am on a room with an open window, on a house beside a street, my voice is really clear and only minimal noise can be heard. It is comparable to a headset with a boom microphone. I have also used the Space One during a call in the office, and the people on the other end of the line hears my voice clearly, but they mentioned that I sound far when compared to using a Jabra headset dedicated for MS Teams calls. Considering that Space One has no boom microphone, this is a good microphone in my book. Alright. Before I talk about the active noise cancelling of the Space One, just a full disclosure first. The best ANC device that I have used is the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2. I know that it is not on par with the high-end headphones like the Sony XM series or Bose headphones. I simply don't have enough money to buy those high-end and very expensive headphones. Maybe help me out and tell your friends to subscribe to the channel so I can earn the money to buy those high-end headphones. Anyway, I'm telling you this so that you have a proper gauge on what is a good ANC for me. But that said, Galaxy Buds 2 has a good ANC for me. I can still hear people talking that are near me and horns from cars passing by. But they are not the dominant sound that I hear. All the other noises, even loud music from the neighbor, sound from the TV near me, are all cancelled out. And comparing SoundCore Space 1 to Galaxy Buds 2, the Space 1 is better. I think their noise cancelling capability is on par with each other, but with the Space 1 being an over-the-ear headphones adds an extra layer of noise cancelling. And as far as my experience on all the earphones and headphones that I've used, the SoundCore Space 1 has the best ANC. It is impressive, especially considering its budget-friendly price point. For the transparency mode, Galaxy Buds 2 is better, which is louder and clearer. The transparency mode of the Space 1 sounds very artificial. It's like listening to a sound of a recorded video from an old cell phone. It's not that bad and does its job. It's just that Galaxy Buds 2 implements the transparency better. Overall, the ANC of the Space 1 offers excellent performance for its price range. The adjustable levels on noise cancelling and transparency mode adds to its versatility, making it a great choice for various environments and situations. Okay. Moving on to the sound quality of the SoundCore Space 1. By default, it is set to have the default SoundCore signature sound, which I am not a fan. It has a very flat sound signature for me. But after playing around with a HearID, equalizer, and testing all the presets, you will find that it delivers a powerful bass-forward audio experience. The bass is strong and punchy, making these headphones a great choice for genres like hip-hop, EDM, and pop. However, some users might find the bass a bit overemphasized, which can sometimes overshadow the mids and highs. And the equalizer and HearID will be a big help to remedy this. That said, the mids and highs are clear and detailed, though they might not be as pronounced as the bass. Vocals come through clearly, and acoustic instruments sound good. However, in songs with a lot of background instruments, the sound can sometimes feel a bit blurred. The Space 1 offers a decent soundstage for its price. While it might not match the expansive soundstage of higher-end headphones, it provides a good sense of space and depth. This makes for an immersive listening experience, especially for casual listeners like me. The support for the LDAC codec also means you can enjoy high-resolution audio streaming on compatible devices. For now, I think this only works for Android devices, and again, when using dual connection, you need to disable LDAC, which is a shame. The sound quality remains consistent at different volume levels. Even at higher volumes, the Space 1 maintains its clarity without significant distortion. Alright. I appreciate you reaching this last chapter of the video. The SoundCore Space 1 is no doubt a stylish and comfortable headphone. It features a lightweight plastic build with a very soft ear pads and headband, making them suitable for long listening sessions. Sound quality and ANC are also great. And on top of that, you get all the nice features that you can only get from the expensive high-end headphones. Talking about the features, I have some gripes on them though. The wear detection is not working maybe around 20% of the time, where taking off or wearing the headphone back does not play or pause the music correctly. Also, maybe 50% of the time, it has this weird behavior where taking off the headphone will pause the music correctly. But if you took about more than a minute before you wear the headphones again, the music will stay paused and the headphone also stays on transparency mode. Even when you press the play button, nothing happens. To make the headphone work again, you will need to press the ANC button until the noise cancelling is enabled, and that's the only time that you can play the music again. The music also pauses by itself around 2% of the time when wear detection is enabled. And even if I recalibrate the wear detection, all of these issues still happen. The touch-to-speak feature also works only about half of the time. This feature seems to be dependent on a device as well. I have this one laptop, which is when the Space 1 is connected to, the touch-to-speak feature consistently does not work. It is disappointing for me since I chose Space 1 over the better-sounding Q35 and Q45 because of these features, but then it turns out that they are very erratic to use. Hopefully, these issues will be solved through a firmware update. Anyway, looking at other aspects of the Space 1, like its overall versatile build, options and capabilities, great connectivity, effective dual connection, good sound quality, decent ANC, and most of all, a very affordable price, I still would recommend the SoundCore Space 1 headphones. It is a solid choice for anyone looking for budget-friendly ANC headphones with good sound quality and a range of useful features. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up. If it has helped you in any way, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Milasuj for watching. Noba Air.